So I just remember somebody calling and telling me, oh, you got to see this guy, this new guy. And this is somebody that was in the industry longer than me, Justin. This big, fat, fucking slob Samoan. He's dangerous. He's a punk. What are they thinking? You know? So that's what I heard. I said, what's his name? I don't know. Something Maximus.
Coquina Maximus.
Exactly.
Yep.
So I don't think about it. I just move on and say, well, I guess that's not where I'm going to be. And, you know, the writing was on the wall. Vern was done or almost done. I don't know. You know what I mean? The writing was on the wall either way. Then I go, you know, I'm still doing stuff for Vince because I get the occasional dark match and the pay. You know what I mean? So there was a crew there at the time, and the guys that I'm going to bring up, I can't remember everybody and anybody, so it must have been, when did he debut for Vince?
92.
Okay,
Late
so
92.
yeah, 1990 fucking 2. The guys that were really fucking cool, and there's a lot of cool guys there, but the coolest ones were Coco Beware, Owen Hart. You know, it was just, there was a brotherhood of people. It was still brotherhood. The competition wasn't where you step in number fucking 2 to become number 1. You understand? You had a couple of fucking prima donnas on the roster, but those prima donnas were such marks for themselves. God forbid they would talk and cut up with us. You know what I mean? But these guys like Owen and Yoko and, you know, and Fuji and Coco Beware, you know, I could go up there and be my fucking self because they knew I'd worked the territory. You know what I mean? Agents knew I worked the territory. Vince himself knew I worked the territory, you know? And I see this motherfucker. I didn't even know that was who they were talking about. That was the shits, this Coquina Maximus. You know? And I'm like, what the fuck? What are they talking about? Look at this fucking guy. Now, you could say whatever you want to say. Well, let's go ahead and look at, if you want, look at the numbers. I'll be surprised if the numbers don't back what I'm about to say. That motherfucker's crowd reaction is unsurpassed. That is exactly what they mean when they coin the phrase larger than life. You know? Again, he's a Samoan, and Samoans are big. You'd have to see his parents, his grandparents, and his ancestors to see why he was prone to being so big, but I don't think I've ever seen a 400-pound man go as long as he's gone in a match and fucking get that reaction out of a fucking crowd. You know, they should not be able to move like that. I love when I hear from either you or somebody else that even his fucking nephews or cousins or second cousins, the Usos, said, that's not Rodney, Uncle Rodney, that's a Chinese guy, a Japanese guy.
He's Japanese, yeah. Their mom calls out the window, kids, uncle's on TV. They sit down. They were about my age at the time, so 6 or 7 years old. Yeah. And they're like, that's not uncle, he's Japanese.
You put that motherfucker with Fuji, and I will not be surprised. They had to have drawn some big motherfucking money when Yoko was the top heel.
Oh, God, yeah.
And I know they drew big television ratings when he was the top heel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.